Hey friends, happy Monday. Happy Monday. It's Lisa at Hand Stamped with Lisa Preto. Welcome, welcome. It is gorgeous here today. So as soon as we are done, I am getting out with the dog today for a long walk. It is almost 60 degrees here in February, which we know will not last. We know it's not going to last because it's Wisconsin and it is going to snow soon. So if you are joining me live, make sure and say hello. For those of you who are watching replay, go ahead and type in replay. Thanks for joining me today, guys. So it is Monday. Monday is Simple Stamping Monday, which is really great. I do have a little sneak peek of a new stamp set that is going to come out in March. So if as a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, we get to pre-purchase the things that are coming out in the next catalog and such. So I've got a little sneak peek of what is coming out in March for you today, but I have some stamp sets that are current right now that I've not played with yet. So that's what you're going to get tomorrow. You're going to get some sets that I have not played with yet, with some cards that are a little bit more involved. Excuse me, a little bit more involved. But today, simple stamping, something really, really easy, but I thought it was so cute. So cute. So we're going to go with that. But tomorrow, good stamp sets that are going to be very paper heavy, very paper heavy tomorrow. So I hope that you will enjoy that. Reminder that you are in bonus day redemption. So if you haven't redeemed those bonus coupons yet, make sure that you do that. And remember, with every $75 you spend, you get to pick one of those bonus items for $5. So right now we have both papers available and that stamp set, so you can choose any one of those you want. At any point, those other two can go away. The paper for this month, the Painted Illusions, is available all month, but the stamp set and the paper that were available previously are still available, but those can be gone in a poof. So if you do want those, make sure that you get them, or if you want a second one, if you got the first one, will be gone very shortly. So know that. I said it was 60 degrees out and I'm bundled up like a crazy woman. My studio is in our basement and it's very lovely. This room that I'm in is a sounded, I don't know what I would call it, but the gentleman who owned the house before us was a musician. And so this room is built acoustically for sound, but it is not heated as well as the rest of the house. And so when it's warmer upstairs and the heat doesn't get turned on, it's a little cooler down here. So I'm in both my jackets today to come to you live. So like I said, I've got really fun, very easy, very simple project for you today. Monday, simple stamping. So let me turn our camera around here and we will get to it. So first off, the cardstock that I'm using, you can see I've cut into it. I have made just a mess of this pack. I've used it quite a bit, actually. I'm going to be using it in one of our projects. Tomorrow is two different projects, but it is the Mixed Up Patterns 12 by 12 Designer Series paper, and you can see that it's got lots of different patterns in it. Different patterns on each side, so you get lots of different uses on it. So we're going to see this again tomorrow for our more not so simple stamping. So we're going to see that again tomorrow. So we're going to do that. So to start this project, what I did is I went ahead and cut this. This is going to be the top of the card. So this is actually 5 1/4 by 4 because this is going to be the top layer of our card. And then I went ahead and I punched out some circles using the 1 3/4 inch circle punch. I just punched these circles, and if you look at it, this is, if you turn that over, this is the same piece of paper. So you could do this either way, but I just punched out those circles, and then this is how it's going to sit. So we're going to start with this part right here. So I'm going to grab my glue and I'm going to go ahead and glue these circles down. So we'll go ahead and do that. We'll get that guy going down. So we have been watching, you know that we're crazy about curling in our house. We've been watching a lot of curling, but then this weekend we started watching some of the snowboarders and these jumps that they went over. You guys, that is like crazy funny. I'm like that is ridiculous. Like, I don't even know how you get started doing that kind of stuff, right? Like, so crazy. And then we love the luge. We were laughing, like, with my brother. We were talking about, like, how do you, like, do you just decide, like, hey, I'm a really good sledder, right? I'm really good at sledding, so I'm going to try my hand at the luge and do that. That was pretty funny. So I know the women's hockey team plays today. So that's always good to see. We love that as well. So lots of fun stuff to watch. There's always like, I love to read the news the day after because there's such scuttlebutt in what's going on in the news, right? So that's really fun as well. And so we're just going to lay those 3 circles all in a line. And so they're going to overlap a little bit, but that's where we're going to lay that right there. And then I'm going to come in with this Darling Duckling, which you guys know words are hard, especially when it comes to the names of things. But I'm going to come in with this Darling Duckling, and we're going to go ahead and just tie a little knot on here. And I'm going to put it about in the middle of that circle that's on the far left of this card. Move that guy up a little bit so you can see a little bit better. We're just going to go ahead and tie a knot on here. So this one, we're really relying on the beauty of that designer series paper. I think when you've got a simple card, you're really letting the artwork on the stamp and then the pretty paper do the work for you. So punching out some circles, layering them on that other piece of pretty cardstock, pretty designer series paper, and going from there. So we've got that on there. And then I'm going to take a piece of that Balmy Blue cardstock. So this is a large piece, and we're just going to cut it down for our card. So we're going to pull our cutter out here, and we're just going to go 5 1/2. Cut that in half. Put our other piece to the side here, and then we'll go ahead, flip that over, and we'll go 4 1/4. So we're just going to score this guy, make it a little bit easier to fold for ourselves. Get our bone folder out, give that a nice fold, make it a little bit easier here. And do that. So I don't know what you guys did for Valentine's Day, but we decided, we actually went out Friday night for Valentine's Day. We took a little drive, went out for had a drink somewhere, and then we went and had dinner. So that was really nice. And then we were able to come home at a decent time. I am just, oh, how times have changed. I like being home and in my jammies as the night goes on. I don't know. I just don't stay out like I used to. And then Saturday night we actually cooked, which was really fun. My husband made us scallops in butter in a brown butter, and then I made steak Diane, and so that was really fun. So it was nice. We just stayed in, had a nice cozy night in, played some cribbage, which we love to play. So that was really nice too. So there is the front of our card. So we've got that there. And then here's our little sneak peek, my friends. So this is one of the new stamp sets from the, that will be one of the online exclusives in March. It's called Paradise Garden, and it actually has a matching set of dies, and we'll showcase that probably in the next week or two. But you guys know, if it has a good font, I'm in. I can't say no to the fonts, right? And so I thought this thank you is really pretty. You make the world a better place. Wishing you a lovely day. This little "you are appreciated," like, isn't that like the most darling little saying there? And then it's got these really great little greenery and flowers, and then the die that goes with it, really, really cute. So I'm going to use this "wishing you a lovely day." I already gave it a little try, a little sneak to see would it actually fit on my punch. So one of the things I want to tell you about with this new stamp storage. So I am notorious for throwing things away. I'm not going to lie. I like if something is like extra padding, extra whatever, I typically get rid of it. And so when they were in the clamshell more, I would always get rid of this extra piece here because I was like, why do I want to keep that? It feels like repetitive, right? When you're storing them like this, please do not get rid of this, because what happens is you do this and then it sticks to this and then the paper, and maybe you guys already knew that, but I usually need to learn things the hard way, and such I did. So make sure that you keep that on there because it will protect your stamp and it won't stick to the paper and make it really tricky for you. So we're going to make sure that we leave that paper, that little guard piece, if you will, on there to make it a little bit easier on ourselves. So we've got that stamp on there, and we're going to go here with that Strawberry Slush. So I like with these designer series papers, you're working with colors that are all go together, and I feel like that makes it just a little bit easier. You know that if they go together in the pack, they're going to go together on your card, and so that works out really, really well. So I'm just going to take this, stamp it on my piece of basic white here, and I'm just going to come in with the exact same punch that I used, so that 1 3/4 punch. I'm going to go ahead and stamp that out. So I've got my little stamped greeting there. So that will work. Just trying to find a place to put that punch. Chaos to this side of the table. You know how that is for me. All right, so we've got our greeting there. So kind of play around with where you want to put that. All right, and then I'm just going to look back on here, and you can see we've got some leaves and such. We've got some little flowers. So I'm going to come in, and maybe it bothers you. I like things in colors that don't seem like that's the color they should be. I'm totally fine with that. So I'm going to grab this little leaf guy as well, because I know that I'm going to want to use him on my card too. So I'm going to push that aside, and I've got my little card here. So I'm going to give myself some dimensionals to pop that guy up. So let me just get my dimensionals out here, give him a little raise so that he's interesting, a little bit more interesting on a simple card, always to get things a little bit more interesting, right? So we'll go ahead, peel those guys off, pop that up, we'll stick him right there. We've got some of these really cute, I love these rainbow adhesive back dots. I think they are so pretty. They're just like, they're like candy dots. You guys remember those candy dots? So fun. So we're just gonna throw a couple of these on the card. It was so funny, I was doing a practice card of these, and I had just gotten my nails done today, and they were still like, you know how when you first get your nails done, they feel really weird? And I could not for the life of me get these off. I was like, oh no, what am I doing? I'm having a heck of a time. This will be very interesting. So I'm just going to give this greeting that I used here. And by saying I got my nails done, just so you know, that means that I did my nails myself. I do like, remember we've had this chat. My daughter was like, Mom, you need to have your nails done. It looks better on your videos. And praise you, Susan, for saying that you liked my nails natural. I kind of do too. But I was like, okay, I'm going to do it. But I am not one to go and sit and have my nails done. I just don't have the time. I am like, sitting there for an hour to have my nails done is not going to happen. I am just way too, like, I gotta go. I got stuff I gotta do. I am not going to sit here and do that. So I end up doing them at home. And I actually found, it's called this Insta-Dry. So when I do them at home, like they're almost instantly dry. Like they dry so super fast that I don't have to worry about smudging them. So that made me really happy. So I've got 2 colors of that, and so that is what I've been using to do them at home. All right, so I'm just going to go with that little pink leaf there. So see, we can do a leaf in pink, right? We're okay with that. And so this is going to be the inside of my card. So the inside has a little bit of embellishment there. And we're just going to come in with our glue here as well. Give that a go. So 1 ink pad, same designer series paper for the circles and the background, same punch for the circles as your greeting. We're going to keep it really easy because it's a Monday. And there you go. Look at that cute little card, right? Isn't that so cute? And then here is a similar one, same pack of designer series paper. I just used the oval punch and then a different greeting on there. So 2 really fun cards, same idea, very simple to recreate. Keeping it simple on a Monday, my friends. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. So tomorrow we will be here again at 4 o'clock, and I have some darling projects, a little bit more involved, a little bit more paper cutting, a little bit more fancy, a little bit more time involved, but still pretty fast and easy. So I think you're going to really like them. They're very springy. They're very springy because I am in the mood. I am in the mood. I am ready for spring, even though we're supposed to get snow end of the week, but I'm ready. I am in the spring. I'm in the spring mode. So thank you guys for joining. I'm so happy to have you here every Monday with me for Simple Stamping. Make it a really great day, friends.